So, Kelly Ripa, who here in the States is the co-host of a show called Live with Kelly. What's his fucking name again? The little mannequin-looking motherfucker. Not Tyler Henry. Ryan Seacrest or something like Live with Kelly and Ryan, you know? It's just such a fun show that you want to watch if you've just either been diagnosed with Down syndrome or have had a lobotomy, or you're just one of those Alzheimer's like patients in a nursing home somewhere, like kind of just drooling onto your own crotch. Like, then it's a fabulous show. Kelly Ripa, I did a video on her a long time ago. She's married to Mark Consuelos, who thinks he's really, really hot, and he's not. He's just one of those dudes who looks like a newscaster. But she's another one who goes on and on about her sexy husband and how sexy he is and how they have sex and they just love their sex. And I just can't stand Kelly Ripa. Mark Consuelos, I don't really know what he does. I think he was a waiter at Taco Bell, and she just picked him up out of the lineup and said, you know, just continually fuck me and give me kids. And he's like, okay, fine. And she's like, wear a nice suit once in a while too, and we'll get a talk show. Why I'm talking about them twofold is Steve last night was watching their talk show, and I got to see how insipid and bizarre. Don't you just love when couples host a show together? Because just like, you know, they were talking about like flights or something like that, and they had some guy, they had to bring out props because we're too stupid to understand they're talking about airplanes, and they actually had like airplane seats, and her husband in her airplane seat, and then the guest, who's an expert, he's in an airplane seat telling you how to get the best deals, and she's sitting there like, well, this one, I can't really get him ready to go anywhere, you know. He doesn't ever want to go to first class, you know. I have to put him in coach because he's still so thrifty. It's so interesting, isn't it? Then they had like Dave Bautista, that big steroid guy, who's like in I don't know, he was in a Glass Onion, and he's in that awful M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong movie that nobody's gonna watch. The Cabin, The Knock at the Door, somebody peed on my cabin and I'm really upset about it, so I'm gonna listen to some Marilyn Manson and then read my spiritual books. I don't know, I think that's what it's called. I think it was the original title. But like, he was on, like in the same night that Steve's watching this, he's got this little hat on, the big hulker guy sits down there, and some reason Kelly Ripa, who I affectionately refer to as a lollipop head, because her body's like this and her head's just really kind of fucking big, and she looks like a fucking lollipop, and she's an annoying bitch. So she's sitting there, and then all of a sudden he's like this big steroid guy who's trying to, like, I mean, he can barely read, but I don't know, I'm kidding. He's like sitting there trying to promote this horrible movie he's in, and he's like, I really love this movie, it's gonna be great, you gotta see it. And then Kelly Ripa all of a sudden is like, I can barely get this guy to go to the theater, he hates musicals. Because if he loved musicals, he would have a cock in his mouth. So what are you talking about, you dumb bitch? What are you talking about? But they had a fucking news story going on around them. Kelly Ripa and her husband Mark Consuelos, I'm just gonna say he's a little too well groomed. You know, I'm not sure, but he might have had anal before. I don't know. I can't be certain. But she and him announced, I think she said this on her talk show with him, because, you know, they're a couple and they're wacky, and, you know, I think they killed Ryan Seacrest. I don't know. Good for her if she fucking did, because he's annoying as fuck too. He's another one. Why is he famous? He doesn't do anything. He just sits there and annoys everybody. Ever since American Idol, he's got no discernible talent whatsoever other than being able to read. Okay. But Kelly Ripa goes, you know, our daughter came home from college, and if you were a kid, wouldn't you love to hear this? And we had to warn her, this is Freaky Week, which means that her and Mark Consuelos get freaky. Is it only 1 week? There's only 1 week where you guys ever have that weirdo sex that you have? Get the fuck out of it. What is Freaky Week? And why would you tell your kid that? That's just fucking, I don't want to hear that. As far as I'm concerned, my parents never had sex. I don't want to know about it. I don't want to hear about it. I don't even think about it. I'd rather just rip my own eyelids off. So to say that on a national platform, and then, you know, she has to say, you know, it's Freaky Week because she's so freaky and stuff like that. No, you don't. Has he ever pissed on your face? That's what I want to know. Is he pissed into your vagina? Let me know. Have you ever spit into his anus, his puckering anus, and then done like a tongue dive with some Tabasco sauce on it? It makes things freaky. That's freaky. You don't know what freaky is. I would love to see what they think is freaky. The poor daughter like knocks the door. Mom, can you have like $50,000? I'm bored. I want to go out tonight and like see Paris Hilton pretend to DJ. And then all of a sudden she opens the door and it's Kelly Ripa wearing like Nazi gear, and she's got a strap on. And she's just railing Mark Consuelos. She's just railing him. He's wearing like a ballerina outfit. That's their Freaky Week. What are you talking about? You people aren't freaky. You don't do anything freaky weird. I believe he does. Without you, lollipop head. Because first of all, she's about 80 pounds. If he gets on top of her and starts really roughhousing her and stuff like that, she's going to break all of her ribs. She's just, you can't have good sex with her. Don't really, she's just flailing chicken arms and shit like that. Freaky week. I'll show you a freaky week. Do you do shit? Do you do poop? Unless she is laying there like painted as a mime with nipple clamps on and eagerly awaiting her husband's fiber-induced log into her own mouth, and then she spits it in. I'm gonna get in trouble on YouTube, so I gotta stop. You know, they kind of swap, 2 girls 1 cup kind of thing, and then they just spit it out the window on the nearest neighbor. That's freaky week. Then I'll believe you have a freaky week. Shut the fuck up with your freaky week. God, I can't stand that bitch. She annoys the fuck out of me. Shit, her and her head. There's something about her. Like, he was watching an insipid show. He was hanging out with me for a while, and I made the mistake of saying you can watch whatever you want. And he starts watching Live with Kelly and Stupid. And they're just sitting there talking about all the wackiest shit that they do. Freaky week. Okay, I'll give you a freaky week. Does your husband take this, like, to here? And do you just kind of puppet him? Like, do you do like a ventriloquist act? Hey, how are you doing today, Mark Consuelos? Or in front? Can you actually lift him up? You scrawny bitch. What are you talking about? Freaky week. Freaky week. Freaky week is when she gets an IV for him full of Cialis. That's freaky week. I gotta stop. But yeah. So just so everybody knows and everybody's clear across the entire nation, it's freaky week, so don't come a knocking if the shitty bedroom door is knocking or rocking and Mark Consuelos is, knocking his nuts against a drawer while she's got a hammer. That's freaky. Why not? I want to know what her definition of freaky is. You know what it is? Head. It's a 1 week of a year that she'll. It's so gross. The balls, a little bit the balls. Was that a calorie? Let me know what else you want me to cover down below. Leave some comments. Whether you love me or hate me, I don't give a shit. But I love you. Come here. I love you. I love you. You're so sexy. You guys are so sexy. Come here. Come here. Come here. Later. Weird mood.